Hi, it's Miles Redskin Songbird in New York. We have a very important video for you. I'm just showing you some pictures. This is a Supernatural album by Edwin Birdsong. I did the lyric. This is Eve, me, when I was Guru Nanak. Very important book, Jordan Peterson's book, 12 Rules for Life. He was my brother when he was St. Peter's son. Okay, this is vegetarian food. This is real food. Dead animals are not real food. As the mother of the earth, I feel it my duty to tell you everything I know. And I know that you're not supposed to be eating the animals. God said, this is a book I wrote about. It says, hey, he says, stop eating my animals. This is a book, Govinda Singh, God had created for vegetarians. These recipes are from indigenous cooks. You want pizza? They got recipes from Italy. See? And this is the album, what it is. Important album. Smushed, but it's coming back out. I used to cook from this book every weekend for my family on Sundays, and they were so excited. What are we having this Sunday, you know? And that was exciting to be preparing something new every Sunday. It's a great book. So it's called The Green Way to Healthy Living. You can probably get it on Amazon.com or the Radhaswamy bookstore. I'm sure it's going to be much cheaper there. Okay, this is really important information, so let me get to work. Okay, I'll put my camera on the food. It says mainstreaming clues to the marginalized. That's what I'm doing. Profile of America's Enemy by Mr. and Mrs. Govinda Singh Ji. Evangeline, Einstein. These are my past lives. That's who I was. It is time to take life seriously. Okay. Charan Singh Ji, who was a saint, taught us the meaning of prayer. It strengthens the will. General Patton, reincarnated Osama bin Laden, said of America, we can beat them. We have religion. They have nothing. The religion of Islam has the Muslims praying 5 times a day. Everybody knows the Muslims are determined to take over the world. They have overtaken many countries. And they have devolved to the backward consciousness of dinosaurs. I read energy. That is why I know this. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm saying our enemies are giant dinosaurs, equivalency, that can stomp us out of existence unless we start to fight back appropriately. See, right now we're trying to reason with the Muslims. You know, we're trying to give them money so they'll like us. Are you crazy? They're dinosaurs. They're not going to like you. They pray 5 times a day. They have iron wills. Okay? These dinosaurs have 5 times the will to win as America has because they strengthen their wills praying all throughout the day. We do not in the West have the will to win the war of good versus evil because we do not pray at all. Therefore, we are weak-willed. We are weak-willed apes fighting enormously powerful-willed, physically enormous creatures, dinosaurs. Get together, Gobind Singh and your father. Gobind Singh is President Donald Trump. He was the 10th Sikh guru. I showed you a picture of me over there with Guru Nanak, the first Sikh guru who founded Sikhism. So the saints are going to have to win this war. So I guess. What I said, we could be sharper people if we didn't dumb ourselves down eating, therefore down eating less intelligent animals. Okay, you are what you eat. Been eating any chickens lately? I mean, I made that little joke, but I mean, really, people, you shouldn't eat the animals. You have that consciousness. Don't you understand? It's not, you can't just eat them and have no consequence. You become them. Okay, that's why there's so much violence, you know, because these apes in this country are eating meat. Apes are vegetarians. They are by order of nature vegetarians, and yet the apes here, and most of the people are apes. They have taken over the human bodies. Most of them are eating meat. So can you imagine an ape going ape over meat? Okay, what else? God's in love. So are we clear that we need to pay attention to the fact that these Muslims are praying and strengthening their wills, and that is why they're taking over the world? Okay, so you know, so you need, and like I said, they're the equivalency of dinosaurs, huge, unstoppable, compared to us, apes. I mean, I'm not an ape. I'm from the sun. I'm a beam of light. GODless Singh is half from the dirt and half from the sun, because he has my DNA. He's my son in a previous life. At the beginning of time, he was my previous life. Son, Cain. All right. So it's GODless Singh. This is a conversation. The only reason I got the girl, you know, the queen, was because you didn't kiss Charan Singh, the fancy king attorney saint. So I'm an ordinary guy god, B's and C's, and this is GODless Singh talking, B's and C's in school, working as a manager at a store, lousy reputation. People think terribly of Cain because they don't know what happened, though undeserved, wearing cowboy boots and purple turbans to satsang, which is a meeting, because he's the head of 2 million satsangis, because he is Jesus Christ and the Buddha incarnated. He's also Barry White and who sings what's the other? Jackie Wilson, Nat King Cole. There's another one, I can't remember his name. I can't believe I can't remember his name. It'll come to me. Okay, so GODless Singh is still putting himself down. He says he tells disciples all their worth is to will their bodies to science. To my horror, he says, you went home and had you and your husband Michael Spear will your bodies to NYU Medical School. Well, that's what you said. He wasn't talking about us, but we didn't know that. You have the most reverence, GODless Singh talking to Eve, to me. That's Eve from the sun, since she's the light. Okay, you have the most reverence for me, God. You accepted the teachings in the church. You took everything about God taught to you to heart. You are, I said to him, because he says he doesn't know why he got the queen. He doesn't know why he got to marry Evangeline. Okay? And I'm telling him why. You are the grandson of the sun in the sky, the light of the world. Our love began in the garden. You got the queen because you and the queen have have an unbreakable bond, love, heart to heart. He just said, I saw where he wrote something, he said, do it from the heart or not at all. You know, that's genuineness, being authentic. He's saying, don't be phony, you know. Okay, so that's why he got He got it. He got the queen. Okay. Now let me read what else I wrote. Let's see. Oh, I see. Heart to heart. His energy. Here it is. Heart. His energy enters angel art. Okay, that's what heart, that's one way to decode the word heart. It's also earth, E-A-R-T-H. Okay, now when he said that, his energy enters angels art. Eve is an angel. I wrote, my Aunt Donnie had paintings, and you see the GS is going to sing, of angels on her walls. That's probably why I wanted to be an angel, because I remember wanting to be an angel. Turns out it came true to me. So Eve, Ann, A-N, that's me. I'm also Eve. Eve, Ann, Angeline. Evangeline is Evangeline. Okay, and grand, let's do it here. Eve and grand energy. Grandmother. Okay, and line means, by the way, Evangeline, when you decode line, it means will and energy. So that means you have the energy and you have a will in your energy to manifest it. So that's a fantastic thing to have, and I have that, you see. Alright, so then you go over here. Gorinda Singh's sister was my grandmother, Mildred Kendricks, who was Cleopatra, Queen of Egypt. I have a picture. There she is. There's Cleopatra. She was Christopher Columbus. She was St. Patrick, patron saint of Ireland. And who else was she? Oh, she was Isis, the good queen of Egypt. Did I get all her identities that I know? I don't have all of their identities. I have a lot of them. Okay, so that's who she was. So what they're saying is, a lot of things came from the grandmother's energy. And I'll show you what came from the grandmother's energy. That's why they say, be grateful to your ancestors. Okay, now this is Gorinda's wife. And when you decode Ireland, which is my grandmother, St. Patrick, patron saint of Ireland, decode Ireland, I, her, energy, will, and the land. Okay, that's what my grandmother did. Her willed, where's that? Her willed, I, energy, land. Her willed, I, energy, land. England. Okay? I was Elizabeth I. I knew that, but now I'm seeing it in writing again. I was Elizabeth I, Queen of England. And she was, they call her the Virgin Queen as well. What's over here? O daughter of the sun. Okay, that would be me, the daughter of the sun. That would be me, Evangeline, Einstein. Messenger of God. I'm Gabriel, the God's messenger. I wanted to be that as a child, and I am that, and I'm grateful. You have the sweetest heart. O daughter of the sun, messenger of God, you have the sweetest heart, devoid of useless pride. Okay, now when you decode pride, present her, I, divine Elizabeth. I was queen, and then it goes over here. See, I started over here, but it starts over there. See? Okay. Okay, I am president of mainstream includes and news to the marginalized. The brother of Gurinder Singh is Songbirdsong, who projected himself into Evangeline. He's a very famous Greek composer. There's so many props. I didn't write them all down. Okay. So then when you put Evangeline, let's break that down. That's Eve, angel, is. Eve is an angel. Okay. And then G for God, energy, enters, will, I, see. Okay, God energy enters Eve's will. Over here it was just will and energy. Now we got God's energy. His will is entering. He's giving me his energy. Will. Okay, God energy enters will, I see. Okay, so I have God's energy in my will. And what does that mean? Victory. I see, cross, order, her, I. Okay, so you see victory, right? Oh, what's in here? So Songbirdsong projected himself as Evangeline, if I'm pronouncing that right. In Paris in 1968, which is a very important year for me. It's a year after I graduated from Stewardess College and came to New York and met my first husband, Edwin Birdsong, with whom I did these albums, What It Is and Supernatural. That's Songbirdsong's father. Where is Sing? There is Songbirdsong on the right. And that's when he was a Saint Jagat Singh. Sardar Bahadur Jagat Singh Ji. G meaning J for Jesus, I for I Jesus. He's also channeling Jesus. He was also Jimi Hendrix. Okay? I mean, these are powerful people I'm telling you about. All in one family. Okay, so Paris 1968, Vangelis with another great Greek artist, Demis Rousseau, formed Aphrodite's Child, and it became the most popular band in Europe at that time. What's interesting about this is one of my identities, if you look at my other videos, is Aphrodite. See? So Singh named his band Aphrodite's Child when he was projected Evangeline before Singh was even born. It's all connected. We're all, I'm just connecting the dots for you. So, did I do all this? Okay, no, that's it. No. Here, let's go here. I was Elizabeth I, Queen of England, energy in gland. E-N enters her gods, Northern Ireland. This is how it's all connected. England, enter God's land. N-A-N, divine. Evangeline. Eve, angel, line. I'm from a line of angels which I showed you began with my grandmother, Mildred Kendricks. And here, here it is, the goddess Isis. That's her. Okay, Gurider's sister. Okay, goddess Isis. This angel line is the goddess Isis, Elizabeth, Virgin Queen of England, Queen Victoria, which is Gurider's sister. So is the goddess Isis, Columbus, Melanie Spear. Did I say Melanie Spear's name? She is also Gurider's sister. Okay. So then Robin Birdsong, where's her picture? This is. She is to be the first black Queen of England. And the present Queen of England, Elizabeth II, is going to become her child. She was Queen Victoria. This is Earl Percy Indiana Jones. He was in one of his incarnations. He was Queen Victoria's husband, Albert Prince Consort. This is Queen Victoria, Robin first on the left, first Black Queen of England, with Guillaume, the Crown Prince of Luxembourg. On the right is me, Eve. This is a book that Robin Birdsong, Queen Victoria, the first Black Queen of England to be, and I wrote, called Sneezy the Greasy Baby, says Abigail. It's available at Amazon. This with Christopher Columbus, Cleopatra, the goddess Isis, St. Patrick is her daughter, Ostara Gloria. She is a sex slave presently of her father, crazy, drunk, satanic man, and I'm trying like all the Dickens to get her free. There is no money and for lawyers and things like that, so that's what the delay is. That's Christopher Columbus. This is St. Patrick. Okay, a picture. I mean, you know that pictures. This is a book, Mainstream and Clues for the Marginalized Program presents. What does that say? Hey, it said, don't eat my animals. You know, we're saying it like that, but it's extremely serious. Nobody is going to heaven who is a cannibal. And if you eat flesh, you're a cannibal. So I would suggest you start thinking about, do I really want to go to jail, which is what hell is, for more immoral behavior, for eternity? Because the judgment day was about a week ago. So we're winding up the dying and being reborn part of life, and we're instituting very soon eternity. I mean, it's always been eternity, but you die and then you get in a different form and live that life, and maybe a cat, and then you come back as a human in 1,000,000 years. It takes 1,000,000 years to get a human birth. And so, like I said at the beginning of this video, it's time to take life seriously and stop, thinking you can just procrastinate about making major decisions. Because I'm telling you, it's so wrong to kill. Killing is the worst thing you can do. So if you're eating dead animal carcass, you're empowering murderers of those bodies. That's killing. So you're going to go to hell. And I'm just telling you because I'm the mother of the earth. And I don't want anybody to go to jail. I want you all to come to heaven with me. I've been a vegetarian, lacto-vegetarian since 1970. I know where I'm going. And the same thing with Robin. Robin is a disciple of God, and he taught her what to eat to go to heaven. And same with me. So, Sing is raw. Not only is he a vegetarian, he started life as a lacto-vegetarian. He started life on the breastfeeding. Then he became a lacto-vegetarian. Then he became a vegan. Then he became raw. He thinks that's a perfect diet, and he's never sick, so it's probably right. Okay, is there anything else? Let me tell you, please buy this cookbook and have yourself a good time eating. And he got that together when he was first appointed master. He had this happen. He had all the indigenous cooks and recipes, and he did that for us. So take advantage. Listen to me. Hear me. Heed me. This is very serious what I'm telling you. Just like the Muslims, our enemies being dinosaurs who pray all the time and get iron wills. That's serious too. How are we going to beat them? Do you want to be a Muslim? Gobind Singh's father was killed. That's Pence. His name is now Mike Pence. He was killed when he was a 9th Sikh guru because he would not convert to Islam. See, that's serious. They will kill you if you don't convert. And if you do convert, you're in total hell. Prisoners. I mean, it's a backward religion, and you know it. I guess you know it. I hope you know it. If you pay attention, you know it. Okay, that's all I need to talk about, right? Did I say everything? Oh, I have another piece of paper here. What is this? Oh, I'll recapitulate. Muslims pray 5 times a day. Prayer strengthens will. They have strong wills. Americans do not pray. They are weak-willed. Muslims have consciousness of dinosaurs. Americans have, for the most part, consciousness of apes. Strong-willed dinosaurs versus weak-willed apes. Is it any wonder we're not winning? See, that's serious. That's what GODless told me. He said, it's time, he told me 2 years ago, it's time to take life seriously. So, okay, it took me all this time. I just ran into this information tonight. You see all this? And this is nothing. I have papers all over the country stacked up like this that I've been writing and figuring, getting the truth from the pen and paper. Jack Canfield, who's a consultant for Fortune 500 companies, said when you write pen to paper, 12,000 operations go on in your brain. That is why I write pen to paper. So I ran across the information tonight doing calculations, almost like equations. And I said, oh my God, I got to get this information out there. This is the most serious information I've ever seen that explains why we're losing. Okay? All right, this is Miles' Red Songbirdsong in New York City, also known as Einstein in one of my lives, Evangeline Adams in one of my lives. Lots of people. I went back in time, guided by Gurinder Singh, and found many of my past lives, my past sons, my past husbands. Where's some of my sons? You see, my past husbands was Will Smith was my son, and Michael Phelps was my son. Abel, he was St. Thomas, Christ's disciple. I have a lot of information. Check out my videos. I'm just giving you I give so much information. Deborah Murdoch, the sister of St. Paul, Dr. Mike Murdoch, calls me the queen of information. All right, so I'm gonna go now before the tape runs out. Tape? Did I say tape? the CD? Okay. Bye.